exactly does Apple have to do?
Well, this stems back to a decision that was made earlier in the month where a judge ruled in Samsung's favor, saying that it didn't infringe on Apple's patents. And so kind of the punishment that was handed down here is that Apple needs to put on its website that for 6 months that Samsung wasn't copying its device. They also need to advertise in some UK papers, the Financial Times, and a few others. And so I saw a funny comment online today. They're picturing like Bart Simpson writing on the chalkboard there, Samsung did not infringe.
I mean, I don't know if I would call it cruel, but it certainly is an unusual punishment. I mean, it's basically like telling Apple they have to put an ad out for Samsung.
I know. Well, it's funny also because where it came from when this judge ruled in Samsung's favor, it wasn't necessarily the most positive of ruling. It said that Samsung and Apple would never be confused with one another because Samsung's tablet is not as cool, quote unquote. So.
I love that. It's so ironic. I mean, is this firm? Is this something that could get reversed? Ultimately, is Apple going to argue this one?
Well, the case from earlier in the month, when the judge said that that Samsung was not infringing Apple, they're able to appeal that. So this is tied to that in some way.
Now, it's becoming harder and harder to keep track of all of these Apple versus Samsung patent cases around the world because in the U.S., didn't Apple recently win a couple of victories against Samsung that could actually result in Samsung products getting pulled off the shelves here?
Right. I mean, this is everywhere. The UK, obviously, the US, Germany. There's some in Washington with the International Trade Commission. And so this is just, the latest ruling in this ongoing global patent war that we're talking about all the time.